Welcome Annakuma crew. I'm here today with a new series called The Cozy Corner. Original, ain't it? This is where we'll play more cozy games, and instead of a normal review, we'll do more like what I did with my Placid Ducks review, though I guess I will sometimes, like today, also be reading a script to you, because this is also actually a review for a key mailer. So thank you Error300 and Gamersky Games for the key. Our first Cozy Corner game is There's No Dragon, a hidden object game that came out at the end of April. Why am I doing a hidden object game? What is there even to review? Well, I personally like hidden object games, especially the latest craze of hidden animals of various descriptions and huge maps. As for what there is to review, there isn't much, so that is why Cozy Corner is now a thing. When there is a game I want to talk about, or indeed got on Keymailer to talk about, and there isn't much to talk about, it'll be a nice time to just sit and let some of the gameplay talk for itself as I ramble on over the top. Before I talk over some gameplay for you guys, let me talk first about what makes this game stand out. Whilst most of these games will dump you into certain areas and just have you finding cats, dragons, or other things, this one actually has a few different settings. You get 9 levels and you have to complete them in order, and the easiest setting is as simple as what I just said. Jump in, find dragons. With the setting on normal, you won't know how many of which dragons there are till you start finding them. In hard mode, you need to find them in a certain order, so it doesn't matter if you know where one dragon is. If it isn't the right kind of dragon, then it doesn't count. From normal onwards, they also introduce parts of the map that are clickable to open up hidden spots that could potentially be hiding dragons as well. Then they have dark mode, which was actually my favorite mode. Instead of seeing the map, you are basically in the dark with just a circle of light around your cursor. It wasn't something I've seen often in these games, and honestly, I found it easier than normal and hard mode because it made you really concentrate on what you were doing and where you are on the map. On the left hand side of the screen, you'll have your count of dragons to find, whilst the right hand screen has your options, the button to back out into the menu, and a clue button. I want to time it because of course you're being timed. I'm not even going to pretend that I didn't, for the sake of not spending hours and hours and hours in this game and getting some nice footage for this review, use this clue button just to get a few different areas shown. I also don't think it is wrong to use the clue button in these games if you're getting stuck. Use the tools the games give you guys, they are there for a reason. It makes for a much more interesting replay value as well. I love these games for their simplicity. Usually I don't mind if I waste hours away in games because I need to find every animal without a hint. With some really quirky music in the background, if a little on the short side with the loops, it is always a great way to pass some time. Honestly, There's No Dragons on the surface looks pretty simple, but it has major replayability and some great little maps in it. Now, let me show you some levels quickly. Hello, and welcome to me superimposing myself over the top of the gameplay. I'm doing this unscripted, so let me see how badly this goes. So this is the first level, the junkyard, and it's on the easy option. So as you can see, it is as simple as just, you want to get your screen as big as you can and just click all of the dragons. They're all out in the open on this one, so you don't have to click on anything to unhide them. They're just going to be there in your face and you can go around and click it. This, obviously being the easy setting, is the simplest one. It doesn't take very long to get through the levels. I, within, 10-20 minutes, had gotten through all of the levels in this. I am only going to be looking at the first couple levels in this little part, up until the cafe, and you're not really going to get to see the cafe because it's going to be in dark. See, we're already done with one level. So now we're going to go on to the Haunted Mansion on medium setting. So already you can see we don't have any dragons on the side, so we're going to guess how many of each dragon we need. This isn't really that difficult. You're not necessarily always looking at that to see what type of dragon you're looking for anyway, so it doesn't add too much. The big one that brings in the difficulty for this is now things can be hidden, so you need to also be waving your cursor over the screen to find hidden spots. I forgot to capture my cursor, which is something that's happening a lot right now. I don't like having the cursor on certain games on stream so you can see it all the time, so I turn it off. But then when it comes to games like this, I forget to turn it on and you can't see where I'm clicking. But I'm mainly just waving my cursor over the screen, trying to find things that are hidden in other places. As you can see, I quite like the Haunted map. It's very pretty, very well detailed. There is a warted, because there always is a warted. He is a warthog, he is a whale, he is in every single game. But there's a lot of detail in this. It is much bigger art style, much bolder than some of them that can be very detailed now, but I quite like it. It's very simplistic, it gets the point across. I love these curtains, the curtains that are kind of held together by just rope, and then you've got the graveyard in the background. It's very good. So yeah, as I said, this is unscripted, which is why I'm umming and ahhing and why I'm just talking a lot of nonsense. This is what the cozy corner games are going to kind of be like. You'll get a little bit of gameplay with me just talking over the top of them. And my model probably sat here looking very confused most of the time. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, guys. I don't know how I am a streamer. But yeah, this is pretty much the easiest after the easy mode, which is, yeah, it's normal. Of course it is. That being said, we're about to change over into a hard mode one. So with hard mode comes, as I've said, the current target. So you're not just looking for dragons, you're looking for specific dragons. And this by far is the hardest of the levels, I feel. It is also the one that takes the longest to do. Because when you go into dark mode, the darkness doesn't really make it more difficult. It just makes you concentrate on certain areas more. You can't see the whole picture, but you're concentrating on a small piece. But you are back to just whatever dragon you find, you click on it and it's there. Whereas this, you have to take in the whole map. You have to try to remember where you're seeing things. You're gonna have to, you know, wave your cursor around to find hidden areas where dragons can be. This is the one where I used the hint button the most because it was just hard. It was very hard. It lives up to its name of being hard. I do have to say, it really is. But it's fun. It's a fun mode. It's a different way of doing it. I appreciated what they tried with it. I really do like it. But it was hard. It was very hard. Trying to figure out what dragon is which as well sometimes. They don't really change. They're just kind of cut out. So like they all look the same on the map to the picture on the side. They can be like rotated around and stuff. But even then, sometimes it was just difficult to look at the snouts and be like, is this the one I'm looking for? No, this isn't the one I'm looking for. The two-headed ones, the ones in the eggs are quite easy, but you've got a couple like chunky boys with long snoots, and that's just like difficult to differentiate between a lot of them. Now, going into dark mode, this is my favorite one, as I said. It doesn't take as long as hard mode for me, because again, you're just trying to find all of the dragons you can, and it makes you, as I said, concentrate on certain areas. So you're going much more slowly, as you can see. You have to actually, like, go up and down properly, and you can only see in that small area, which generally makes it just as easy mode. The only thing that made this a little bit more difficult is, again, you're looking for hotspots where there's hidden spaces, so there could be dragons hidden behind things, you know? So you take it a lot slower. I tend to like to scroll out to the big picture first, do a sweep of the big picture, and then bring it into the smaller picture later on. And that really works well with the dark mode, where you kind of have to be paying attention. So you can do the big picture first and get a big sweep and the easy ones done, and then you bring it right in and you're really concentrated on small areas. This is also the cafe map, which is the third map, I believe, and I really like it. I like all the maps. I don't think any of them are particularly standout-ish. They can be very fun, but they're also pretty normal. There's nothing like in your face about any of them. The pirate ship is another one I really liked, but they're fine. They're fine, and you don't spend too much time on any of them for them to get annoying or boring or anything else. It's a very fast game to play, you know, like any of these games tend to be. The ones that are longer tend to have like a lot of levels, DLC brought in, lots of different places. This is just a very simple one. But we're coming to the end of the gameplay area, so I will have to pass you back to past me, because I recorded the voiceover before this, because that's the way you have to do it. So thank you for watching. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed looking at There's No Dragons. I don't often stream these games, but I will be playing a few more to add to this collection, maybe in the coming weeks or months. They are a game I love to just sit and play whilst watching something on the side, and they are really perfect for people that need something to chill with after a long week. Thank you again, Eric300, for the key. If you would like to have a look at the game, then the link to the game will be down below. If you'd like to continue supporting this bear here, then please leave a like, comment on whether you like pressing the hint button or doing it without the hints, and subscribe. Also follow me over on twitch.tv/Annakuma for more gaming goodness 5 days a week. Sometimes I skip streams. 2025 has been rough, my dudes. But as always, Cubs, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.